Here we are on a beautiful Monday morning in Henry Co. State Park. I'm gonna be heading over to the Narrows, which is, 5 miles from here or something. Then we're gonna cut our way to Mount Sizer, to Frog Lake, and back to the parking lot. Should be around 16, 18 miles, depending on what route I take. Word on the trail, though, is that there's plenty of wildflowers and lots of water here right now. I've been talking this up. Ready for it. About to be cutting through that grassy strip of meadow ahead. It's probably one of my favorite areas of the park, and it's only like a mile away from the parking lot. All times of the year, it looks pretty amazing. Giant oaks. Ah, yes. Beautiful. Favorite time to be hiking right now. Huge chunks of mistletoe in these trees. There's a geocache behind that tree right there. Now we're just gonna be following this fire road for a second, or a mile or two, and we'll start dropping down the ridge towards the Narrows. School backpacking camping spots down there too. Now, I know a lot of people downplay this state park because it's mostly just oaks and grasslands for miles and miles and miles. But I feel like this time of year in spring, it's pretty much worth it. It's just so pretty out here. Especially if you aren't hiking through oaks and grassy fields like I am during this time all the time. It's also one of the only state parks where you can backpack for miles and miles and miles in Northern California. You can do like 2 or 3 nights here. Wildflower wise, I really am seeing a lot of poppies ready to greet the sun. Seen some Johnny jump ups, some miniature lupin. I'm sure we'll see more and more. There's also a geocache behind that tree right there. I do like the clouds resting in the valley below. That's about where we're heading actually. Cut down there and then move through the valley, the creek, and up to the next ridge over. Actually, might be 2 ridges back. Last time I was here was on Halloween. It's much more different when all the grass is dead and golden brown. I do love how the ridges in the distance just get more and more blue. I reckon you hit Casa de Fruta somewhere over there eventually. Pacheco Pass. Look at all these Johnny jump up boys. And the wild boar corral. These are interesting how they just go through the net and apparently eventually get stuck. This tree is really sporting the mistletoe. Whether it likes it or not. I always like this more dense oaky areas. You got the clouds kind of bleeding through back there. Here's one of Henry Coe's many ponds. I actually read a pretty cool book about the conservation in Diablo Mountain Range. Spacing out on the author right now, but I'll throw that up. It talks about going through the Henry Coe ponds, trying to survey for some type of California red frog. I'll throw that up too. But yeah, the book's neat. Goes all over these mountain ranges and talks about foxes and I don't know, other animals, his own property by Pacheco Pass, etc. Getting a little closer, guys. Look at your head glistening in the morning sun. All right. Enjoy your day, homies. It's a nice campsite. Should have looked into camping here for my birthday. Maybe another year. Alright, here's some perspective of what I'm doing. I'm eventually going to get on that further ridge over there. And the end of the hike will be coming down the ridge here back to that parking lot. Yeah. Onward. To the Narrows. Yeah, last Halloween I was here, like I said. I went down to Poverty Flats and the trail further back. And eventually made my way up this ridge here through the clouds. I don't know what it was that day, but that was brutal. I'm doing much more of an intensive climb today, so I'll get myself into shape. We are in a more drier ridge line, surrounded by Cody and buckbrush. I was hoping this fog would burn off by now. I might be dropping down into this. Hopefully that doesn't affect the cinematic quality of these wildflowers I was hoping to see. Yeah, wow. Guess we'll find out. This descent is still mighty pretty. Grass and oats are tall. Oaks are pretty. It looks like that fog might be burning off. This is definitely going to be pretty tick season filled. Be checking out for that. The only tick I got last year was actually in Henry Coe. I like this opening in the brush. And actually start hearing a river now. Or a creek, the amount of water of a river. Still got about a mile and a half or so down. First sighting of the creek we're going down to right down there. And the fog has officially burned off. Let's go. Ooh, Douglas irises. Fiddlenecks. Big blues. Spanish moss. We got all kinds of this brush, actually. My brain memory recalls it's actually, pretty sure this is buckbrush. I'll correct that if it's wrong. This is kind of the actual hallway of it. Yeah, look at how that creek valley differs with the fog gone. Haven't seen these little purpley guys yet. I'll have to find the name for them too. Getting a lot more flower action. Rusty popcorn, fiddlenecks, Douglas irises, miniature lupins. Once we get down to that creek, I have this great feeling we're gonna see a lot. And that can be a dorky little flower boy. There's a lot of wild peas on this trail too. Getting lots of buttercups and baby blues also. Been seeing some woolly mule's ears, blue dicks. We're just gonna get more and more. See, how can you not like all this greenery? So freaking pretty in spring. I mean, I'm sure it's pretty in early summer too, when it starts to get gold and it's not too hot. Something about the green just does it for me. I'm watching for you, ticks. You ain't getting me yet. Really hearing those creaks now. I'm also smelling bacon. Somebody must be cooking it down below on one of those backpacking camps. I have to try to steal some. Getting some lupin really popping out from the grass now. Look at those purple beauties. Alright. There might be some water crossing coming up, depending on how deep this water is. There's also this rock formation. Hopefully you will see the water line present. Kind of looks like some metal horns. This is the largest amount of blue dicks I've seen on a hike in one spot. Dang, old Smurfs need to settle down. I need to look at why they're actually naming that. For just some dude named Dick. A bunch of lupin. And there's the creek, which I believe is the middle fork of the Coyote Creek, which we saw on my little adventure to Coyote Lake, Harvey Bear Ranch. I don't know what part of the creek that is though. The main fork. We're gonna head towards China Hole, up towards the east fork of Coyote Creek. Yeah, China Hole's coming up. It's just a nice little spot you can swim in. Nice little swimming hole. Kelly Lake's apparently up Kelly Creek, but we're not going there today. Yeah. No, it's not actually as high as I thought it would be. Definitely a little higher than last time I was here though. So I could follow on this side of the creek for a little ways, but ideally I need to cross to go up the right ravine here. Huh. I just don't want to have to take off my shoes. Roll up my pants. I have to. I like all the cool little grass and shrubby stuff coming out of the river. Too bad I can't hop, skip, and jump on them now. Let's go that way. This would be a nice peaceful crossing through all the flies. I think that's option number one. Although we might be able to cross down here. There's more rocks than I remember. Where the forks meet. Yeah. I think we're gonna have better luck over here. So you could keep going this way and eventually end up Poverty Flats and whatnot. But we're going to the Narrows. Alright, first crossing was pretty easy. Now to get across this one. Looking at my old little tracked map, this is exactly what I did last time. This creek actually reminds me of Arroyo Seco or some other area in Big Sur. And sure, those ducks this flew through. There's those horns I was talking about. That's all. There's dozens and dozens of tadpoles in there. What's up, tadpoles? One little rock scrambling. Yeah, there's so many tadpoles. And water skeeters. Now we're gonna cross the horns themselves. What a great dude guy. Actually, we won't be crossing there. I'm just gonna say screw it, take off my shoes and cross further down. And then another spot over there. Here we go. It actually looks more like some horns right here. Here's a nice spot to cross. This water is freaking cool. Much different than being in Maui last week. Whew. Damn. I almost got up to my waist. Onward, after my shoes get put on. Alright, 5.5 miles in now. Only about 13 more to go. Yeah, I'm glad I crossed instead of, climbing up all those rocks over there. Probably tons of poison oak too. Dang old poison oak. At least it's an adventure, you know? I'm being stubborn, just not taking off my shoes again. Thankfully, they're somewhat Gore-Tex to a certain point. Yeah. Didn't even get my socks wet. I'm just gonna commit and make it fun. Freeze my feet off. That's actually, that deep, bone-hurting cold. There's my duck friends again from way back in the horns. Bye. Alright, we're finally getting around to the open grassy campsites of the Narrows. Follow the creek for another mile or two, and then work our way up to Mount Sizer, down to Frog Lake. Oh man. Alright, this shallow crossing is the one that will take us to the flowers. Looks like I won't have to take my freaking boots off again. Oh, this is a sketchy part. Do I want to do this? No, I do not. We're just gonna splash over there. Here we go. I'm already seeing quite a bit of flower life. Yeah, this is why I came. Let's just hope that we come around this corner and it's like this for a good mile or two. That would be stunning. Thinking of maybe doing a zero, whatever the hell planes trip later this week. Been seeing too many posts about it. I need to see some friends in San Luis Obispo area anyways. A pretty healthy chunk of lupins and poppies. There should be a trail up here, but I'm not seeing it. Yeah, the trail up in the field though. The trail up on the hill up there is not really there anymore, so we're gonna get back down to the creek instead of stomping on the wildlife. Really gonna have to check for ticks now. Hi, poppies. Site. On the left up here, we're coming up to Camp Cruzeros. And then we're truly going to be making our way into the Narrows. Might go all the way up to the horse camp like I did last time, but we'll see. Might cut up a little early. So far less flowers than I was hoping. This is that Camp Cruzeros campsite. It's pretty nice. Look, there's even a freaking deer jaw right there. We're going up this way though. Las Cruzeros. Pretty valley looking back on it. Came down to that. Whew. 6.5 miles in now. This creek crossing's really slowed me down. Cool Rocky Creek area. Apparently Lake Mississippi's this way, and Coit Lake. I'm not going to either of those. You know, one day I should do, or not a day, a few days I should do a backpacking trip out here. Get further in. I haven't really been on the eastern side of Henrico. Much more dry, unfortunately, fire recovery area. And my God, we might be crossing the creek back there. Well, interesting landscape. Look at that big ass rock on that over there. Lots of buttercups here. Huh. This way. Wonder if that rock has a name. It looks like it should. Might just have to get wet again. Yep, here we go. Yes. This is a pretty area. Plenty of poppies. I am slightly disappointed. It's really pretty out here, but I thought there would be more. At least the creeks are nice and full. Another mile or so of this creek wavering. There's some nice clearings. Yeah, this whole ridge here all burned up from fires. I believe everything past that is pretty much like that. It's amazingly peaceful here right now. Nice breeze. Perfect temperature. The only sounds are the wind and the birds itself. The occasional helicopter. Looks like they have a Cal Fire that flies through every once in a while in the helicopter. Maybe it's training. 8 miles in now. Almost halfway. Still not as many flowers as I wanted, but there's enough. Maybe the top of the Sizer Ridge will have more. The Arnold horse camp up there. Looking a bit ragged. Not gonna lie. We're about to start wrapping upward here soon. Don't think I've seen many of whatever this is before. Title will pop up now. I might dip in this water again before I start going up this incline. Alright, so if I was backpacking, I would keep going down this road here. It's called Little Long Ridge Road. But we're going up towards Property Flat, Blue Ridge Road, up to Mount Sizer. Good old day trip. This is when we're gonna have to start looking out for snakes. Saw a rattlesnake last time I was on this trail. We have gopher, gardener snakes, other ones I don't know the names to. I bet we'll see at least 2. There's a sneak peek of the ridge I'm going to be on for the majority of this hike, the rest of this hike. Surprising amount of pines up there. Yeah, one day I wonder if it's worth walking out over there. This looks so dry. What the other side of it looks like. Bunch more of these purple fellows. This climb is tiring. Last year's spring trip, the Henrico, was actually way down the Hunting Hollow Trail, up on some ridge over there. I just went slightly off the trail. Ooh, hang on. Well, those guys. And anyways, went slightly off the trail, and I just see, I don't know, at least 30 wild boars go past me. Try to keep my distance. So many babies. It was quite the odd, random occurrence. Hey, 3 miles to Mount Sizer. Some more pretty green views in the other direction. Whew! For sure the hardest part of this hike. Imagine going all the way to that ridge. For sure 2 or 3 days. Whew! Made it up the ridge line. That almost wiped me out. 11 miles in now. Let's see. It's the middle ridge down there. Past that is where it came from. Parking lot somewhere back behind there. Yep. Here we go. 7-ish more to go. Only about 1.5 miles till Mount Sizer. Here's those pines I pointed to from down below. Not too many patches of these up in these mountains. Gives you a nice change in tree, I guess, from all the oaks. Yeah, looking out on those trails up on the further ridges, looks kind of hellish. Barely any tree cover. I don't know what it's like down in the canyons. Those could be cool. Still probably a lot of active streams and creeks. Those tops though, I don't know. Bald eagle just was in the tree above me and I missed it. Missed it on camera at least. Damn. It is nice how relatively flat it is on top of this ridge. Nice break for the legs. You know, we dip down about 1 mile and then climb another mile eventually. You know, if you just squint a little, it kind of looks like you're in the Sierras. Actually, might be going to Yosemite, the valley at least, the next couple days. That'd be neat. We'll see. If not, sometime this month. And then later in May, really want to do my Crater Lake and then Mount Rainier adventure. Maybe do some smaller hikes near Bend, some volcanic stuff, a couple of lakes. Visit some friends and family in Eugene, Portland. Do some smaller hikes there. I almost stepped on this guy right here. Unfortunately, he is not alive. I'm not sure what happened to him. There's the top of the Mount Sizer right there with the antenna on top. And yeah, the east looks ever drier. Northeast is actually private land, I believe. And then here we go. The ridge that I came from. You can actually kind of maybe see Gilroy out there. Now that I'm really looking out there, you can just barely, I'll zoom in and I don't know, maybe turn up the contrast. You can see the snowy peaks of the Sierras. Well, made it to the top of Mount Sizer. You can see Mount Hamilton over there. Lake Observatory. Pretty sweet. If you keep going that way, it's private property, unfortunately. If you want to go to the dry lands. We're going to head back down here. This is actually part of the Bay Area 6-pack peak challenge thing. You can see Loma Prieta right through there. It's a South Bay reference point. Sweet. Only 5-ish miles more to go. And would you look at that? I wonder who put that there. From Corners Unknown. Pretty cool hiatus podcast. Wink, wink. And that woodpecker's pecked the holes out of that tree. They got Booze Lake down there with the dock and flowers and the house. Imagine living there. Imagine being that person. It'd be freaking awesome. Not sure about summer or, you know, fall, winter months. But right now, yes. You know what? First half of summer would be fine too. Alright, so I'm going down this trail here. Going down and then freaking all these little hatchbacks up. Yay. Well, 5.4 miles back actually. Eek. Or we could go to the park boundary 2 miles that way for no reason, dead end. I just wish this was a descent to the parking lot, not up and then down again. This kind of downhill stuff really freaking bums me out. The rocky shale. You gotta be worried about slipping and freaking impaling yourself. No idea what fork this is, but I'm back at another Cowdy Creek crossing. And you know what? It's freaking hot. I'm just gonna go straight in. Yes, that feels so nice. About 4 more miles to go. Mostly uphill. 3.9 more miles. On the Deerhorn Trail. Wow, I'm surprised there's so much water coming down this hillside here still. It ain't drying up yet. I'm really hoping the hills stay green until at least the end of May. Maybe we'll get some April showers, I don't know. Alright, update from where I've come. Started going up the ridge way down there, went all the way up. And now we just snuck down here. And almost to the top of middle ridge. Oh man. 16.5 miles. A few more to go. Alright. 0.8 to Frog Lake, 2.4 to co-headquarters. As we wrap around Frog Lake, that trail over there, going up that last hill, that's what I'm looking forward to. Not really. And made it to Frog Lake. More of a pond in my opinion. I guess it's lake enough. Whew. That looks so nice to jump in right now. A little under 1.5 miles to go to the headquarters. So now we have a pretty much mile straight incline. My legs are beat. Alright, 1.6 miles. Yeah, last time I was here, it looks like they cut all these down. Now it looks like they did some burns. Probably in winter. There's also a geocache behind this little tree right here. Oh man, finish line is so close. Last bit of pines before we dip down here. I'm just glad I'm not going up anymore. Yeah, it's gonna be a 19-miler by the end. I'm gonna eat something nice for dinner. Here we go, final dip down to the headquarters. Wow, you can really see Morgan Hill, Gilroy, beyond down there. All right, let's end it here. Like and subscribe. Keep doing you. And see you on the next one.